Good morning.
Morning. Hello. So it's been 10 days since
I think today's Thursday.
Thursday. So we started last Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. We've been through 2 Saturdays now, right? Or one?
One.
One Saturday? Really? Oh, wow. So we just wanted to share the time we've had up till now. The good, the bad, the ugly, and all in between. So, before we get into the good, because you always want to end with the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with things that have been challenging. So, what has it been for you?
This was a challenging week for me. I think because the weather has not been on our side the last, probably 10 days, honestly. The weather in Indiana has been considerably colder. They had a freeze last week, and so it's been a lot colder than we anticipated. 30s and 40s in the evening, 50s during the day, and it's usually been raining on top of that. So cold and rain. So we've basically been quarantining in a van, which I feel is really hard to do. We love our van, but it's just being in it 24/7 when you don't want to get out in the cold and rain has not been very pleasant for me. I think I had a little bit of a meltdown yesterday just because
Just a little bit.
Lila is testing her boundaries because she's in a new environment and we're homeschooling, but I can only get 1, maybe 2 good hours of homeschool out of her, which I guess is sufficient. But when she used to go to school for 7 to 8 hours a day, and now I'm struggling to get 1 to 2 hours, it kind of makes me crazy.
Yeah, we talked about that, and she, just like we are, she's going through an adjustment. This is something that we went from a 2,400 square foot home, multiple rooms. We could just walk off in another room and be on our own and read in the backyard. To then we did the apartment, which was 600 and something square feet, and which still, we were fine, but you could go to a room, and then this. Being in a van, which we love our van, but the idea is that our space, our living room space, is also outside. And when you have cold, when you have rain, of course you have to be inside. And now we're talking about 3 people inside 110 square feet.
And 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs. And we do have a pop top. And it's funny because I've made my little area, the driver's area where you can walk through. I close the door, that's my office now, and I'm able to get work done and all that. And yesterday I was able to go up there to the top, the little bunker area where Lila sleeps, and get some work done. And I was getting, on calls and all that, and then all of a sudden I'm on the call and I hear this commotion going down. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on downstairs? And then all I hear is the door open, and I see Megan walk off with Poncho and Bella, and I guess Lila's down at the bottom on her own, and I'm like, oh God, what just happened? And so I think that kind of...
I just needed some space.
Yeah. So that's been challenging. Another thing that happened that, and we knew it was going to be challenging. We knew it was going to be tough, but it definitely presses us to our limits, which is good. I think this is the reason why I want to do this, and because there's going to be, obviously we're going to share some good stuff too, but we had our battery. I decided to accidentally kept the lights on the other day, and woke up and the battery's dead. But one of my key words for the morning was being calm, and so I thought I handled that well.
You did. You handled it exceptionally well.
So went through the progressions that Brian with Vex Garage gave us to turn it back on, so I was able to get that going, but that was like, oh my God. And then, of course, we had a situation. We have batteries, right?
And solar.
Yeah, batteries and solar.
But there has not been a lot of sun.
No. And we decided to park under some trees in a nice, pretty area. And so our batteries got too low. We needed heat. Remember, it's cold. So we put a little heater on. And so, I guess apparently
An electric space heater.
Yeah, electric space heater. I guess it decided to drain our batteries completely. So meaning Now all the basic things stay on. We can't do any major appliances, right? We couldn't do a blender. We couldn't do, hot water, or for tea. We couldn't do, what other gadgets do we put in there? The space heater. Oh yeah, one night we had that was fun, wasn't it? The space heater situation. So the space heater was so warm. It was nice, 38 degrees one night. Well, our batteries decided to take a dive, and then the space heater, anytime we plugged it in, it would just kill it. It would just kill the battery, and so the space heater was no longer. So what we decided to do was, with 48 degrees outside, was all 38 was all bundle in our bed.
All of us.
You,
like 4
me,
blankets.
Lila, Pancho, Bella, with 4 blankets, and I'm thinking, what the hell are we doing here?
Is this it?
Is this what it's about? We had the comfort of 72 degrees at a house, and this is what it came down to. 38 degrees, all bundled up together with no privacy, all of us together. It was nice, but I couldn't do it.
Cozy.
Yeah, it definitely felt like we were roughing it for a little bit, and let's face it, we're glampers, so that didn't work. But any other challenging times? So
the challenging thing too is obviously with COVID, because
yes, that's a big one.
We're staying, like right now we're at it's called Sleeping Bear Retreat, and we're trying to make our way up to northern Indiana, but none of the state parks are allowing camping overnight until May 23rd. And we're about to be in the middle of a national forest, which we can stay there for the weekend. But again, it's supposed to be raining for the next 3 days. So we're kind of trying to play with the weather, but also wait for things to open, because we're having some challenging moments just trying to figure out where to stay that's open during all of this. So that's why we've been using Boondockers Welcome. Like tonight and tomorrow we're staying with another couple in Bloomington, Indiana. And so that's been challenging for me, because Justin's obviously trying to work during the day for a few hours on calls, and I'm trying to homeschool Lila when she's interested, and then I feel like I'm always got my atlas open trying to figure out where we're going and where we're staying, and that is a little stressful. It's not like planning for a vacation. We
counted on state parks and everything else, and they're not open, so that's kind of we're waiting for this COVID to be over.
So it's just been a lot of changes in a short period of time, which we knew, but I think once the weather hopefully picks back up, we can be outside more and enjoy the outdoors, because right now we're just getting little pockets of sun, and we try to space out or go for a hike or a walk, and then we have to come back in because the clouds roll in. And the ticks. I found one in my hair yesterday when I took a shower. I found one behind Lila's ear. The dogs, we investigate them every time they come back in the van. It's that's been crazy, and they're on preventative medicines, but they still find a way in.
Remember, we're city people. So we don't do camping. If we did camping, we're in an amazing cabin. We don't do it.
I think I also was so warped in my mind of you see all these beautiful pictures on Instagram of people, and that's what sold us too, of, you open your back door or your side door and you've got amazing views of these amazing places, and Indiana is beautiful, but it's, those pictures on Instagram and social media, it's just a highlight reel. It's not,
there's some tough times too.
The ins and outs of, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., all the stuff that goes on between. So
let's transition
I think we're trying to get used
then the question I'm sure everybody's asking is why the hell why are we doing this then?
Yeah, why didn't you just do it part-time or in the summer or on the weekends?
Yeah.
But why? I think why did we?
Well, let me share with you. I
think we wanted the challenge.
Well, no, it's not challenge. I mean, okay. So she has trouble finding good things that happen throughout the day and week. So I thought there was some awesome times, the mornings when the sun was coming up and I was able to do yoga and meditation in the trees. and seeing that. and just
When
being
the sun was
connected
coming up.
yeah. And then doing the one place was really cool. What was the name of the place with the spider web?
It was called Black Walnut Grove.
Yeah, so
It was.
the
We
tree
found it
house.
on Hip Camp, and it's this really nice guy named Carrie that he's got about 60 acres, and he built a tree house, and he has a barn out there. He does a music festival twice a year, and he built this cool spider web rope
Yeah.
contraption high up in the trees, and we all got up there yesterday
was
before
awesome.
we left, and
Yeah.
Lila loved it, and a tire swing, and he was a super nice guy, very informative. He'd been living in a van on and off for 30 years, so he had a lot of information.
That was
So
that
the
was
people
fun.
we're meeting are very
Oh,
friendly.
the people, yeah, I didn't
And
think about that. The people are amazing.
The landscape is, is really pretty. It's just, I think, the weather.
Okay,
Just
back to the
everything's
positive.
always
So
wet.
anyway, no. So that was one. We got to see a really cool cave. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Indiana got to do that and see. We were pretty much the only ones on tour since it's COVID. So it was the guide and us. And so
Which was kind of nice, actually.
yeah, it was really nice. But then she was like, "Okay, if you all would like to take photos," we're like, "Why don't you just ask us if we'd like to take photos?" So that was fun. The cave was cool. We did a really cool hike over there. You're better with names.
Marengo
Mango,
Cave.
no, the hike though that we went through.
Oh, Clifty Park.
Clifty Park was really cool. We got a
Some
chance
nice
to do
waterfalls.
a hike through there and then picnic outside, and I was able to do calls. So that's the reason why we're doing this. And so even though there's some challenging times and we're adjusting individually, I think the reason behind this is that there's some good times going to be out there, and we're in Indiana for that matter. I mean, Indiana's beautiful, but you get the idea. That there's going to be some amazing places that we're going to get to experience, from the Great Lakes to Utah, Montana, Colorado, California. So we're looking forward to that. But this won't be the last time that it's challenging. But that's a part of it. Build some character. Hey, like Brennan says, embrace the struggle. Embrace it. Embrace it. I can do that a little bit better than
He's
she can, but you
definitely
got to
more
embrace
of
the
the
struggle.
optimist.
It builds character. That you grow as an individual. I love it. So I'm enjoying this challenge. I'm enjoying the good times. Yes, there's going to be more struggle. Hi, Lila.
Hello.
Say hi. And it's been 12 minutes. We decided that our cap was around 12, 13 minutes, right? Because we don't want to get people too bored with us. But
Yeah, if you're not already asleep
yeah,
already.
so all's good. We're transitioning. We know that there's going to be some amazing times, some struggles, but all in all, I'm excited.
It's been nice having the flexibility to just,
Yeah,
Go
this girl
where we
doesn't have to
want,
go
when
into
we
the
want.
office anymore.
yeah,
You want to go back to doing that? You want to go in an office cubicle, or would you rather have this?
yeah.
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 Okay, good. Enough
Take
said.
the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, and you adjust, and we'll figure it out. So, anyway, Lila, do you have anything to add? You got anything to add? Oh, well, see you later.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the bugs.
Until next.